So we're working through the project square and triangular numbers, and as you can see, our task, we're going to use a spreadsheet to generate the sequence of triangular numbers and square numbers by using formulas, and then we are going to find out if any square numbers are also triangular numbers. So part one says create a new spreadsheet, and as you can see I have Excel open here, and I'm told to save it with the name square and triangular numbers. So I'm going to do that just by clicking left click on file there and save as, and I'm actually going to save this on my desktop, so I'll just click on there and I'm going to save it as square and triangular numbers, like that. So I'll save that, and as you can see the name of the spreadsheet has come up on the top then. So I have to enter these column headings. So the first column heading is N, and that's our term number, which we're going to use in our nth term formulas. And my second column heading is square, because that's where the square numbers are going to be. And my third column heading is triangular, because that's where my triangular numbers are going to be. I'll press enter. Now I want to make those bold and center them, so I'm just left clicking over cell A1 and just dragging across, keeping the left click held down. In the home tab up there I click on bold, and I'll also click on this center icon in the alignment section. So now I have to put some numbers in for N, for my term numbers. So I start with 1, and I'll press enter, and then I'll just go back up here, and then I'm going to drag down the bottom corner so that I fill up 200 cells with just the number 1. So I'm holding down the left mouse button and then just pulling down with the mouse like that. This might take a little bit of time, so I'm going down to cell 201, nearly there. Okay, so 201, and all those cells are filled up with the number 1, but I don't want them all to be the number 1. So I'll click on here and choose fill series as we've done before. So now I have in my N column numbers going all the way down to 200, N equals 200 down there. Now I need to enter some formulas. So the formula for the square number is just n squared, or we could say n times n. So remember, when we type a formula, we have to begin with an equal sign, and it's n times n. Well, we can't actually type the number n into the spreadsheet. We have to use the names of the cells. So my first n is in the cell A2, so I'm going to type A2, and I'm squaring that number, so it's just A2 multiplied by A2, remembering that on the spreadsheet we use that sign there for the multiplication. So I'll press enter. There we are. So I get my first square number, which of course is 1. Now I'm going to put the formula for triangular numbers into cell C2. Now this formula, you don't need to know why it works, but we can check to see that it does work. So I'll put equals into here, and it's 0.5 multiplied by, again multiplied by n, but my n is this cell here, so that's A2, so multiplied by A2, and that's got to be multiplied by, in brackets, n plus 1, which is A2 plus 1, then another bracket like that, and I'm going to press enter, and that should bring up my first triangular number, which is 1. Now to find the first 200 square numbers, I'm just going to left click in there, take that bottom right hand corner, left click, and just drag my formula down so that I will get the first 200 square numbers. So again, this might take a little bit of time, and let's see, almost there. There we are. So that will fill up with the first 200 square numbers. Let's just look at the first few, and we can see these are the familiar square numbers 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, and so on. Now I'm going to do the same thing to find out the first 200 triangular numbers, so just left click on there, pull that down, and just wait till we get down to 200. And there we are. So those are my first 200 triangular numbers. And again, we can see from the first few that they are the familiar triangular numbers, 1, 3, 6, 10, 15, 21. You can see the pattern for triangular numbers. We start with 1, we add 2, then we add 3, then we add 4, add 5, add 6, add 7, and so on. Now the task says I should save my file, so I'll just click on the save icon up at the top there, and that's saved. Well, we're into part 2 now, where they ask us to find out which square numbers are also triangular numbers. Well, we could just look at the numbers and try to find matching pairs, but of course that could be a little bit difficult, and we are quite likely to make mistakes. I can see one pair there, isn't it? 1 is a square number and also a triangular number. But let's see if there are any more than that. And we're going to use something called conditional formatting. So I need to just select the cells that I'm interested in. So I'm left clicking just there, just dragging across there with the left hand mouse button pressed down, and going down here like this to select all of my square numbers and all of my triangular numbers. And that's that, all my numbers are selected. And now I'm going to use conditional formatting on those cells. So what I need to do now, I need to go up to the Home tab just there, and I need to select, can you see it just there, conditional formatting, and I'll just select that, and it says new rule, so I'm going to choose a new rule like that, and that brings up this menu here, new formatting rule. And I'm interested in square numbers and triangular numbers that are the same. So this is the option I'm going to choose. Format only unique or duplicate values. As we know, duplicate means things that are the same. So the spreadsheet will look at all the numbers in the square number column and the triangular number column and highlight those that are the same. Now I have to make sure that I've got the duplicate just here. Yes, that's right. Now I have to decide what kind of formatting to choose, so I'll click on Format there, and what I want to do is to fill the cells so they're shaded in. So I'll choose Fill, and I want to have them shaded red, so I'm choosing red. There we go. I'll click on OK, and now the next thing to do is to click on this OK just there, and when you do that you'll find that any number that is a square number and a triangular number will be highlighted in red, and that's where I'm going to stop.